Hello everyone, my name is Putty and welcome back to the co-op Road to Glory. I am joined as always by...
Tucker Davidson. The Tuck. Dave Davidson. What are my other names?
The holiest man in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah, I'm Silytuck.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's great to be here. I know, I was talking to some security guards on the way in, you know, they were talking about, how excited everybody's been all week to have me here, and I was actually pretty shocked, you know, I don't think I'm that big of a deal. I appreciate everybody coming out, though, tonight.
Alright, so, why are we here? Why is it May, and why are we doing an update video for the RTG? So, the years are starting to progress a little bit slower. As you may have seen in the previous episodes, we are a cult, and we're grinding. There's a big old grind on right now, and the years are going a little bit slower, so I've decided to do something. I think I did this back in 2016 with the US Pro Road to Glory, and that is we're going to record the biggest show of the year, because that's where it's most likely that we're going to get some big breakthrough matches, and tonight is no different. So tonight, we are recording Welcome to the Coastal Zone. It's the biggest show of the year. We have 20 segments booked today. Almost 4 hours of show. How would you feel about tonight? Yeah, I mean, we're probably on like an open venue of some sort, so maybe it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, because it's May. We might be able to get a beach.
Maybe, yeah. Although this isn't Battle at the Beach, so
no.
I'm not sure. I like to think the coastal zone is like near some body of water. Like you've got to have like some whales or something for some sort of
some whales.
Some whales, yeah, you know, like SeaWorld. That's what I'm trying to.
We're in the okay, we're in the middle of the fucking ocean. Here we are. Really.
Yeah, we're like UFC. We're gonna hold it on a deserted island to get over the coronavirus stuff. That's the plan. So yeah. So to update you before we go into the show, I'm really excited about it. Tucker, are you really excited about it?
I would say so, yeah. It's going to be a big show.
You might say the big show.
Oh, you're right. My bad. It will be the big show.
Actually, I should show the... do you think we should do the worker finances stuff on this show or on the end of the year show?
We could probably do it on this show because it's the most recent thing. I mean, it just builds up the anticipation a little bit more.
Do you think we'll have like? Do you think how long do you think the show will take us to run?
Well enough, because I think I'm gonna bust out some promos.
Okay, so we'll save this for the end of the year then. We'll save what we're
basically
doing.
For those wondering at what we were just basically discussing. We made some decisions about who we were writing, who we were cutting, different roster finance stuff. We'll cover it at the end of the year. It's not that important, but it's just, you know, probably nice to follow along and know everything that's going on with the company. You'll
also end up getting a full story of how we survived at Cult if we do.
How we almost survived and then failed horribly because we ran a 5-hour show.
It's probably better to get a bigger picture of that because I'm still going to push for my tournament in the summer. So, you know, we might actually end up not surviving. So it'll be better to give that a bit of time. So tonight we're just going to focus on Welcome to the Coastal Zone. One of the things I do want to mention is that I believe this is the first time we are live on La Red de la Lucha, a very pro wrestling network. So it's a big start to us, and going forward, Coast to Coast will also be on that network. So that's the big kind of step up for us tonight. We're in California. Let's go. So we kick off the show with a video package highlighting a bunch of Dave Davidson's promos over the last few months about Frankie Boy Fernandez. Do you want to explain this any further, or should we save it for later?
Basically, at the end of Christmas Cage Chaos, Frankie Boy Fernandez's big moment.
He's on top of the cage. He's cutting his promo. He's crying.
And suddenly, from around the corner, came the Tuck with Extreme Championship in hand. And he stared up at Frankie Boy. And Frankie Boy made eye contact. And there was an understanding made. Moving forward another month. And Frankie Boy Fernandez lost the Confederation of the Territories World Heavyweight Championship to the big bad George Wolf.
Oh.
And then Wolf immediately lost it.
No.
And then immediately afterwards, the Tuck came out. And the Tuck told Frankie Boy Fernandez how it was. That he should know his role and shut his damn mouth and be happy that he is California champion. Because if he's lost the World Heavyweight Championship to somebody on the level of George Wolf, he's damn lucky that he's never stepped one-on-one with the pious one. This past, 16 months. That is, 18 months. It's probably close to 23, 20, no. So how many? 16?
I don't know. You might have faced a one-on-one and we just don't remember. So I don't think we should make it.
Not important. Not important.
Any of
Anyways,
that.
Fine. He's never went one-on-one.
Oh wait, no. You guys had a big. You guys had a big
belt on the line.
You guys had it. Well, you guys had.
I know. That's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm referring to. When I was 16, 18 months, whatever.
6 months.
No, it wasn't at the start of this year. It was
at the start of 2023.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's probably. Oh well, this is 2024. So.
Yeah, but when you said that promo was January, so it'd been a year.
Okay, so yeah, for a year. That's fine.
Okay.
Because I changed over that year. You know what I mean? I regained my championship.
You beat Frosure, your longest-term rival.
Yeah, and I sent him back down to mid-card hell where he belongs. And anyways, Frankie Boy then, responded saying that if I thought I was so good, why don't I put my money where my mouth is? Cue WrestleMania X7 My Way by Limp Bizkit.
Yep. And then
with all due respect,
a bunch of clips play of you beating the shit out of people in hardcore matches and Frankie Boy losing a lot. Frankie Boy Fernandez is making his first title debut tonight. Oh, and it's all over, folks. It is all over. CLP is the new
World Heavyweight Champion.
CLP is Coastal Zone Champion of the World. Who was the guy who took it off in the second time?
Was it
Island Boy Apollo is the Coastal Zone Champion. George Wolf, COTT World Heavyweight Champion.
Frankie Boy Fernandez has failed again.
And as soon as that again kind of echoes out a little bit, and there's a still shot, and then there's a video effect to rewind the video, and then it shows Frankie Boy being pinned for the CZCW tag team titles back in Going Coastal. Oh my lord, and the Cali Dragons have won the tag team championships.
Buddy. Doesn't hurt me.
You just see Frankie Boy looking at his most improved wrestler award from the I don't deserve to be the most improved wrestler. Not until I can beat Dave Davidson in a hardcore match.
My answer is no.
Cliff Anderson comes out and he gets on the mic and he says, "You boys are going to have a match at Welcome to the Coastal Zone, alright? And each of you is going to get to add one stipulation or addition to the match. Mr. Davidson, please step up and sign the contract and tell Mr. Fernandez what your addition is."
So I go up and I sign the contract. And I put down my stipulation, and Frankie Boy Fernandez cuts me off. I'm about to say what it is, and Frankie Boy says, "So the tuck I want you to hold right there, and I want you to know something. When I beat you, and I need to beat you, so I will beat you, that belt that you have means everything to me right now. It's the validation that World Heavyweight Championship never gave me. This shitty X Division belt is the belt that I want." And that's
oh my god, says Cliff Anderson. Frankie Boy Fernandez is invoking Option X.
For on the tuck somehow. What? My stipulation is that the match will not only be for the Coastal Zone the Coastal Zone Championship, but also for the Extreme Championship. And
this changes everything. The tuck. What's your stipulation?
Well, Frankie Boy, as you're standing there, hopefully as comfortable. The tuck says one thing. And Frankie Boy, that's just bring it. And bring it you must. For my stipulation is that when you go one-on-one, finally, with the pious one, it will be a hardcore match. You've dug your own grave. It's time to lie in it.
One Frankie Boy ho for one Frankie Boy soul.
Will the Frankie Boyhood dream continue?
We'll find out later tonight. But before that, we have another score to settle, because while the hardcore division might have been forgotten to some people, there are two men who still remember the spirit of hardcore, and tonight they're going to show the world and each other that they can still brawl with the best of them. And that is our opening contest.
Fuck yeah.
These two are rather good at that. And now we have a bunch of lower card matches that we might explain to a lesser or bigger extent.
We'll just blow through 'em. Whatever. That's just flips.
It's just flips. You know, Kamikaze is a guy we really trust. All really good stuff from everyone involved.
Yeah.
This was a squash.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid.
Send in the clowns.
Rapido and Johnny... Rapido outperformed everyone, dude. Holy shit.
Rapido!
With the send in the clowns. Send in the clowns.
Send in the clowns. Hector then squashes Shooting Star Perez.
With the Shooting Star Press.
Who is, of course, Frankie Perez under a mask.
Yes.
Gary Walker comes out and he says, "You couldn't have a Coastal Zone main event show without Gary Walker. The main event. The franchise player. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Wait, what's the name of the monkey again?
Isn't it like Bongles?
Sorry, I'm not talking about me. I'm not the franchise player. I'm of course talking about Bongles here. He's the main man. Bongles, the figurehead of Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling.
Big sign in the crowd. Bongle Mania running wild.
So what you're gonna do is I issue an open challenge to anybody to come out here and take on Bongles 2-on-1. He's not really able to fight on his own. And then Flying Hawaiian beats him with a Pacific Crush.
Oh my god, he fucking... Gary Walker sustained a torn abdominal. Bongles, you'll have to finish it for me!
Bongles, no! Flying just crushes the monkey.
Bang! Oh my god! 1, 2, 3. Bongles might be knocked out.
And this was a squash match.
Kevin and Walken are dope, dude.
They are. I think they're my favorite tag team in the promotion, for sure.
Yeah.
And then this was also a squash. I think we're getting to the main events now. But I think there's promos before all of them, so I don't think we need to worry about being surprised by a match. Okay, here we go. I'm taking the kid all the way with me to the main event title. This kid right here, this young man, has an extraordinary amount of potential behind him. This young man, you know, I looked into his eyes all the way back 3 months ago, and I saw a man who had potential, but I didn't know if he was there. And so I made it my mission to see. So I tagged with him, and we lost to the Dead Men Walking, and I thought, you know what, that asshole over there, he's not ready. He's not ready for the rub. So
you attacked him.
So I beat the ever-loving shit out of that kid, alright? Because sometimes, alright, the pud's time is very valuable, alright?
The pud? Oh god.
The pud's time is incredibly valuable, and that kid wasted it. Wasted an opportunity, and I didn't like it. So I beat the shit out of you, Kid Fantastic. I did. And I know it. It hurt you. But you know what? I saw a different side of you. Because through that hurt and through that pain, you grew. Just like through the hurt and through the pain, I grew in Japan. Because sometimes you need to be at the very low to get to the very top. I know that because I'm a former world's heavyweight champion. I'm a former king of the death matches. And I'm a former world Wendell-weight champion. That's right, I said it. I'm a Wendell guy. I said it. Alright?
Oh my.
I'm a Wendell guy. Alright? But I saw in you, Kid Fantastic, that spirit, that fighting spirit, so I gave you another chance. 1-on-1 with the pud.
What is happening?
And you looked up at me 20 minutes into our instant classic, and you said to me, son, don't bury me. So I looked back down at you, and I said, don't worry. You gave it your best shot. And I knew then and there that there was chemistry in the air. And tonight, that chemistry reaches its conclusion. Because Pud Fantastic, we're the next big things. And Tucker Davidson, I know you're out there looking up from heaven. Sorry, looking up from hell, because you're down there.
Hey, I was an asshole, so...
I'm going to win this belt for you. I'm going to win this belt for Japanese hardcore wrestling.
Hooray.
Then we win the belt.
Oh, Jesus, that's really fucking good.
It is. I mean, Kid Fantastic is actually very good.
Yeah.
We're also, there's just so much chemistry in this match.
Yeah, Jesus.
Fantastic win the Coastal Zone tag team titles. I've won so many championships in this fucking fight.
Yeah, you're a fucking...
I still haven't won the Triple Crown, though. You're going to win the Triple Crown tonight. Spoilers.
Spoilers! My God! Buddy, no!
Maybe I'm swerving them.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe? Who knows?
Alright.
It's going to be a massive surprise now. So I come backstage after the match, both belts on my shoulders, Kid Fantastic trailing behind me, and I look at you, Tucker, and I say, I got 2 belts now. And Kid Fantastic says, I'm sure one of those are mine. And I say, I got 2 belts now. I hope to see you get the same. I slap your Extreme title and walk away. Does Dave say anything, or does he just nod?
But no, you walked away before I could say anything.
Well, Kid Fantastic is still there, and the camera's also still on you.
Just tell. Just look at Kid Fantastic, look over at you walking away, and I'm just like, he's the tag team champions.
And moves on to the next segment, which features Lucy. It's Lucy.
Her fucking 2 men are going mental.
She apparently has a great connection with our young female audience. She gets on the mic and she says, I am fighting for all the little Lucys out there. All right, watching in the crowd, watching in the on our Lucha Libre broadcast partners. And tonight I prove that women can flip just as good as men. Because I am the CZCW Women's Champion. And I aim to soon be the first ever Confederation of the Territories World Women's Champion. Tonight,
oh my!
I put to bed any doubts that I am the best women's wrestler in California. And she loses.
Well, she didn't lose her belt.
Oh shit, you're right.
Reamer lost the match.
Yeah. There's a rematch ready to be made
So
there. Also, she had a 7. Yeah, but she's dating for sure. So let's.
Nikki Bella rules, everybody.
Hey now.
Well, wait till she gets good.
Tucker Davidson has an interview before his match. Sorry, Dave Davidson.
I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't have anything for the spot. Like, I basically said everything in the intro.
So the interviewer puts their mic up to Dave Davidson's face. What does Dave Davidson say? Okay, he'll ask a question and say, Dave,
yep,
tonight's the biggest match of your career.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
It's the biggest match of Frankie Boy Fernandez's career. The biggest match of my career was when I beat Fro Sure to become Extreme Champion for the 2nd time.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Sure. How confident are you that you're going to come away with both titles tonight, and how much would it mean to you?
I start looking up and down the interviewer. Are you? The Tug is going to give you one opportunity right now to rephrase that question, or hell, just get better questions before the Tuck lays you out right here in front of the thousands.
And the crowd chants, and thousands
of the Tuck's fans.
He just scampers away, and you enter the ring, and then afterwards Frankie Boy Fernandez enters and is looking for the interviewer, but he's gone, so he just determinedly runs to the ring instead. And it's time.
I'm ready for C+.
Our main event of the evening. Belt versus belt. To crown the first ever CZCW Unified Champion. The main event of the 2023-24 season.
Yeah, okay.
That was the best singles match of your career.
Oh, I did it, by the way.
So what's the story of this match? How does it play out?
So we're starting out with the Dave, obviously. The Dave? Yes, the Dave. The Tuck is obviously very overconfident. Frankie Boy Fernandez is going to try to use that to start out, right? He's trying to roll me up or whatever because I'm not suspecting it. Because ultimately I am a cocky son of a bitch. But eventually as things start to unfold over time, I start to take things more and more and more serious, and I start to cut off those opportunities that he had seen earlier. And slowly as the match goes on, it's all these different things that Frankie Boy's trying. Just nothing's working. Nothing's working, and it starts to set in that maybe, just maybe, the Frankie Boy dream is over. Until he realizes what kind of match it is. And he starts to work me down in the corner, and he goes out to the ring, and he gets a light tube from underneath the ring.
Oh boy, that light tube.
And he comes back into the ring, and I'm kind of on my knees, kind of groggy. And I look at Frankie Boy, and I just, come fucking get me. You want to fucking hit me with a light tube? You hit me with a fucking light tube, you prissy bitch.
Mitch and I son comes, it's like, Shades of Cali Slick!
Frankie Boy Fernandez looks at the light tube, looks at me. Oh god. This is
Shawn Michaels moment. Shawn Michaels moment.
He says, I'm sorry, I need this. Lifts it over his head and smashes it over my skull. And all of a sudden, the Tuck's head, I keep saying the Tuck's head jerks up. His arm starts pumping. He's tucking up, brother. He's not the Tuck anymore. He's Tuck Hogan. Big boots. Big boot again. A third big boot. Frankie Boy's down and out. But the the Tuck has to kind of awkwardly get him back up. And then Canadian Destroyer. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit. The Frankie Boyhood dream has come to an end. The Extreme era has begun. He's celebrating the ring. Confetti rains down.
The crowd's kind of like, oh, this is going really long. Jesus. hooray, but like, Jesus.
And then you get up on all 4 turnbuckles, 2 belts behind you, hung behind you like you don't really care that much. And then Frankie Boy is up. And he's pissed. And he's got the light tube in his hand. And you don't see him. You've got his back turned to him, and he's got that light tube, and he's shaking with anger. Light tube cocked and ready.
He's got the remains of the light tube. He's gonna fucking stab me.
And then before you turn around, you realize where he is. He looks at the thousands, and he drops the light tube on the floor. And he just looks at his hands covered in blood and glass and thumbtacks. He looks at all the broken tables around him. And then he looks at you. And through all the extreme, throughout all the violence and the hardcore and the garbage death match, he knows. That man in front of him lives, dies, and breathes Coastal Zone. And no matter what style, no matter what system he goes through to get there, you're a fighter. And you won tonight. And you turn around and he extends his hand. Does the Tuck take it?
Cautiously. He does.
And it's a picture that reverberates throughout the wrestling world. And that is, welcome to the Coastal Zone 2024.
It's like, man, that was really great, but like, Jesus, like, looked like I was watching a show from the fucking 60s. The hell, I couldn't even hear anything.
For context, a lot of our recent monthly events have been getting 62s. So, that was a fucking great show. Although it did go on pretty long. Whew, I really enjoyed that.
That was really good.
Cool. I hope you guys did as well. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you guys at the end of the year. Do you want to sign us off? Since you are now the unified champion.
For myself, my 2 belts, Putty's 2 belts, the 2 belts around the waist of
George Wolf.
Yep, sure.
Sure.
That are no longer around his waist, but sure.
They might be, even if he's not champion.
And for the Stone family that know damn well I'm coming eventually. The Tuck says goodbye.